What's going on, everybody, man? You guys know who I am. Fuck the intros. We're going to get into the meat and potatoes of this motherfucker, brah. Hey, real quick, man. I put out a rant video about an hour ago. I'll put the link in the description below when this video is done. And fucking... And yeah, so make sure to check out that video. It's basically just me ranting about that whole entire narrative structure of, excuse me, of Game Pass fucking half-baked games and shit like that, dude, which I still to this day fucking hilariously laugh at. To anyone that says that shit. Because that is the most hilarious excuse I've ever heard in my life. But pretty much basically to summarize the rant, like, what up there? What up, Jeff? What up, Savage? How you guys doing? You guys doing good? Hopefully you guys are doing good. There's a couple things definitely going to be bringing to the spotlight on this episode. First being, fucking People Can Fly came out again and said that they did not see a single bit of money from Outriders with the expansion pretty much basically on the horizon. Now, this was another interesting thing, too, because I do remember a lot of people putting the blame on, on Microsoft and saying how it's Game Pass's fucking problem, why People Can Fly haven't seen any of the cash flow that Outriders had gotten. Whether it be from the deal that Square Enix made to get the game on Game Pass or what have you, right? What up there, Daniel? How you doing, buddy? There's one caveat to that, though, however. You can't blame something when the publisher has the right to do whatever the fuck they want with that money. That's all on Square Enix. That has nothing to do with Microsoft. It has nothing to do with the service. None of that shit. That is strictly 100% Square Enix's fucking problem. Now, Outriders has been on fucking PlayStation now for quite a while. And if they're still not seeing any money, right, how are you going to sit there and blame a service when the game is multiplat? It's on fucking PlayStation. It's on fucking PC. So if they're not seeing any money whatsoever, again, why are people pointing fucking fingers at Microsoft, thinking that they're the reason why People Can Fly didn't see any goddamn cash flow? No, motherfucker. Consumers really need to learn to shut the fuck up. Like, legitimately. When it comes to talking about shit they have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. Because that's what a lot of people in this industry, a lot of people in this gaming community tend to do that make them look fucking stupid. Seriously. What up, Silver? Bungie supports killing babies. What? Yo, what up, Lincoln Clay? How you doing, buddy? The godfather of VR in the house. No, he's still here. He's still here. I saw him the other day. I don't know if he saw me, but I saw him. He was going to the corner store there, whatever the case would be, when I was making my way down to Zare's. He's still here. He's still here with his girlfriend and shit. I saw him actually a couple hours ago, actually. His girl was fucking taking that white garbage bag there and putting it outside their door and stuff like that and whatever, so. But yeah. But going back to what I was saying earlier, fucking when I got sidetracked, the rant video, if you haven't seen it yet, it's just a quick little video that I did talking about how the aspect of half-baked games is an analogy that people like to use for services like Game Pass. But again, there's always that caveat that's in the fucking way of shit. You cannot release a half-baked game for only a service when you're still selling that fucking thing at full price. Whether it's indie to AAA wise, it doesn't matter. You're still going to have consumers that are going to go out and buy the game physically or digitally. Now, if you want to talk about half-baked games, motherfucker, have you not paid attention to what AAA third parties have been doing? Do you want to talk about half-baked games being on Game Pass, but yet here you are supporting shit from EA and Activision and fucking Ubisoft and all that shit like that, when they are supplying you half-baked fucking games? Seriously? Let alone, you know what the funny take from this whole entire thing is they'll sit there and they'll try to like fucking force people to understand or try to make people think that, oh, look at the way Halo Infinite dropped. What the fuck about it? You think that has something to do with Game Pass? Man, you really need to go and fucking keep track and pay attention to how that development cycle went for that game, bruh. Nothing to do with the service. Nothing to do with Game Pass. When the worst component about Halo Infinite isn't even on Game Pass, and that being the free-to-play model. Explain that to me. Somebody please break that down for me. Tell me why. Because last I checked, outside from the co-op and the Forge is its own standalone mode anyway, so fuck that shit. But outside from the online co-op that's missing in the campaign, I've seen fucking way worse shit fucking come out at full price that wasn't on Game Pass that launched in a worser fucking state. But I heard nothing. Not a single ounce of fucking bullshit about those set games. Only when it comes to Microsoft's first party, that's when we see that shit. It's the same thing. Look what happened with Gran Turismo 7, right? The whole controversy surrounding the MTXs and then the fucking developer coming up being cocky about it. And then a week later going back on the statement. You know what I mean? But no. Sony fans were totally fine with that. Oh, that was Gucci, bro. They love getting it up the ass when it comes to MTXs for cars. Virtual cars, mind you. Cars, that you don't own. Compared to Microsoft doing some shit with fucking Halo or Microsoft doing some shit with Gears 5, which they fixed, by the way, because the community backlashed against it. Hence exactly what we're doing right now with Halo Infinite. Hence the reason why the numbers are fucking low. But you guys don't take a stand for bullshit like that in your games. Come on, dude. Come on, bruh. Fucking double standards, dude. Why is it? Somebody explain to me in the chat, why the fuck is it that Xbox gamers are sitting there backlashing against Halo, right? But yet you don't have people on the PlayStation side saying a fucking thing, outside from a few people that I managed to fucking come across in my timeline, that said anything about the overpriced MTXs on fucking GT 7. I mean, granted, it's not an issue now, but I'm saying at the time when it was. How come no one said anything? Bro, I had people try to prevent me to make a fucking video about that shit, dog. They didn't want me to make a video about it. Even though I made a video specifically about Halo Infinite's problems, I made a video specifically about Gears 5 problems. So wait, are you telling me that I'm a smarter gamer than the vast majority of fucking PlayStation fans? Well, I mean, that's already a given, but I'm not trying to toot my own horn. But you're really going to sit there and tell me that fucking PlayStation fans are smarter than Xbox gamers? Bruh, you're not looking too fucking hot right now. What's on game? Why does everybody keep doing that? No offense, Silver, but just out of curiosity. I'll answer your question there too as well as I go along with this fucking show. But I generally have to ask. Like, I don't really understand this notion about trying to fucking convince people what game is better than a specific title that you as an individual gamer like. I don't understand that mentality. I don't really understand that concept. Because it doesn't really make sense to me, because everyone's going to see games differently. Not everyone is going to go out and play a game because of how it looks. Even though that's what the vast majority of Sony fans do. They go after the fucking presentation and the animation styles, whatever you want to call it. That's the way games should look. That's what I see as quality. Even though they have no clue what the fuck quality even implies. Especially in the world of video games, because I've already completely 100% debunked that several fucking times. Several times. But to answer your question, though, Silver Sky, there isn't anything. From a graphical standpoint, there's nothing. From a gameplay standpoint, hands down, Gears shits on fucking The Order, bro. But from a graphical standpoint, nothing. Well, yeah, no, nothing. Not even Hunter Call of the Wild. Not even Hunter Call of the Wild. But as far as gameplay goes, Gears 5 fucking shits on that game 10 times back and fold, man. 10 times back and fold. Hands down. But from the graphics part, that's the only thing going for that game. That's it. That's it. That's all you got from that game is graphic fidelity. No, but you brought up an interesting point, though. Fucking Hellblade? Yeah. But I mean, Hellblade doesn't have the same. I mean, it does and it doesn't. It doesn't look as good, I would say. But again, we're talking about a game that was supposed to be a AAA game that fucking PlayStation had invested into when it came to fucking The Order, to an independent studio that was independent at first before they saw the money in the check from Microsoft, that being Ninja Theory, and created something that, to be fair, can really show that, hey, you don't need a humongous budget to make a good story-driven game. And Ninja Theory fucking proved that. And they're going to prove it again, too, as well, when Hellblade 2 comes out. Well, maybe not so much Hellblade 2, because obviously that game's going to have a bigger budget this time around, clearly. So I really can't say that. What up, VGL? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, everyone likes different games. Exactly, Jeff. Exactly. Or Teresa, whoever it is that's using that account. But yeah, no, that's the whole mentality of it. But the thing of it is, we as consumers, we prefer to stick with our preferences and to make our preferences known in the social spaces. You know what I mean? And that, for whatever reason, triggers people. Listen, I'm guilty of it. We all are. We've all had our moments where we sat there and we praised a game that we love, and then we get the initial the trolls, the fucking baiting, the console war nonsense, all that shit. You know what I mean? I mean, fuck. Look at me, man. Look at how much fucking bullshit that I had to take for a whole entire year. Back in 2 years. 2019 and 2022, man, was probably one of the worst 2 years that I had in the gaming community, man, because of the whole Battletoads shit. The whole Battletoads shit. Dude, I had fucking motherfuckers DMing me on Twitter fucking telling me to kill myself for that game, bro. That shit was hilarious. That shit was fucking hilarious, dog. Why do you keep staying on that? Well, I mean, what else do I have to go by, Silver? I mean, if it's not the graphics part that stands out amongst everything else, I mean, you're not going to find that on Game Pass. Gameplay-wise, the only thing I can compare The Order to is Gears. That's about it. But you bring up an interesting point, though, Silver. To be fair, you bring up a very interesting point. Because technically you're right. But again, when it comes to the modern day of comparing things, what do the vast majority of gamers fucking do? Right? What's the most common thing that you always see? You always see motherfuckers comparing graphical fidelity to other shit. I mean, fuck, I hear it all the time on the Roundtable podcast. I see it all the time on Discord. I see it all the time on Twitter. All that shit. And it's like, bro, we're not here to play graphics. We're here to play fucking video games. Yes, I'm aware that graphics can enhance your experience and add to your fucking experience, but it's not the end-all, be-all. It's not what overall makes your game amazing. You have to have gameplay to comply with the actual graphics that it is portraying on your fucking screen for your eyes to fucking see. If you have a great-looking game, but your gameplay sucks, which in this case, I hate using the order, but I'm going to use that game as an example because that's the game we're talking about here. That's a prime example of that. Your game looks good, but your gameplay fucking sucks. You know what I mean? Life of Black Tiger is the best game ever. I should fucking smack the shit out of you, Savage, for saying that dumb shit. But like I said, though, Silverman, to be fair, you are right, though, because, I mean, how else are you supposed to answer that shit when you think about it, right? Like, because that's just the way people are. That's what people do. They hear that shit and they're like, oh, well, show me a game that looks better than Horizon Forbidden West on the Xbox. I can't. Because there is none. But show me a game on the PlayStation that's better than fucking Flight Simulator. You're not going to find one. Now, you may think to yourself, who the fuck plays Flight Sim? And you're right. And you're absolutely right. But here's the problem. If you're going to compare something that's first party, do it generally. You know what I mean? Don't fucking half-ass your case. Like, why is it that I can't get a fucking Flight Sim type kind of game? Or better, you know what? Fuck Flight Sim. Why can I not get a game like Age of Empires from a PlayStation studio? Why do I have to settle for story-driven narrative games? Yeah, I know that's Sony's sweet spot right now, and they're very, very good at doing it, so I'm not hating on that aspect. I'm just asking a simple question. Now, of course, every time when I say that, people always regurgitate the same exact excuse. Nobody wants those games, Fatal. And yet, I can go on PS Now or PSN profiles, type in Surviving Mars, or type in other strategy games that have been released on PlayStation, multi-platform-wise, and there's tons of people that own that motherfucker. So clearly, there is a fucking fan base out there for it. So why won't Sony make one? Why won't Sony make their own fighting game? Why won't Sony make their own Western RPGs like Microsoft is doing? Why do we always have to have this stupid fucking argument about, oh, well, what games is better than this on fucking on Xbox and PlayStation? Motherfucker, we don't care about that. I want shit that I cannot get on other platforms. And right now, Microsoft's got a shit ton of games and genres that I don't get from first-party Sony. You see what I'm saying? That's why I own both consoles. That's why I like being a multi-console owner. To the vast majority of people, yeah. If you don't like a genre, but you've never tried a genre, how the fuck do you know if you're going to like that genre or not if you never played it? Just wondering. Because last I thought, you had to fucking at least try something out in order to see if it's your cup of tea or not. But now apparently that no longer is a thing, apparently, man. That you just automatically look at the way a game looks and automatically think that, oh, this game is dog shit. This game is crap. What? That's a really bold way of looking at it, man. Yeah, the 2020 version of Battletoads there, VGL, man, it's a flawed game for sure. Even the developers even fucking mentioned that shit to me when I interviewed AJ. But he broke down as to why the game plays out the way that it is. And that right there is that context that I wish was more public. They had so much shit on the cutting floor there, VGO. Dude, they literally had enough content for 3 games. For 3 fucking games. That's why there's very little fucking beat-em-up stages compared to other shit you gotta do in the game. Because they end up fucking removing, because they didn't have time to finish it. There was supposed to be like 7 beat-em-up stages, man, and 5 puzzle-type stages. That was it. But they didn't have time to do that, so they had to put in what they had fucking made and try to make the story make sense. Because they ran out of time. Which is fine. I mean, it's a flawed game, but it's definitely the direction that I want to see Battletoads go. Not that fucking realistic Killer Instinct side. No, because that's not what represents Battletoads. That's not Battletoads in a nutshell. Not everyone likes strategy games. No, of course, not everybody does. But I'm saying from my perspective as a consumer, I would appreciate if Sony would design games like that. Because Sony's, for the gamers, right? Well, that rule doesn't apply to me because they're not making half the shit that I want for what I want fucking for myself. You know what I mean? Like, I love the fact that they make amazing fucking narrative-driven games. So I'm Gucci there. I'm covered on that genre. But I have to go to Microsoft now for strategy. I have to go to Microsoft for Western developer or Western RPGs, all that shit, which is, I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. Nintendo? Well, they're just sitting there collecting dust. Yo, Savage. I've had this Switch now, man, for literally 4 months, dude, man, and I still barely even touch the motherfucker. And I kind of feel bad. I kind of feel bad. But I'll get around to fucking booting that motherfucker up, dude, man. There's definitely a couple games on that shit that I want to play for sure. But I'm still mainly waiting for Bayonetta 3 to drop. Oh, man. Yo, so they changed my name in the Roundtable Discord chat to to I respect gay pride because of the incident that happened in the chat yesterday, which I thought was hilarious, mind you. So now there's a big thing going on in the chat where people actually legitimately think that I am anti-gay, that I'm homophobic and all that shit like that, dude, which I think is fucking great, to be honest with you, man. But hey, I mean, it is what it is, dude. It is what it is. OS. Fiddle, you are anti-gay. I'm not, dude. I have no issue with people of that sort, bro. Not a single issue at all. In the last few months, Sony released a Horizon Forbidden West, GT7, MLB 22, and the response is Sony doesn't only does narrative-based third-person games. Sure, okay, if you say so. To be fair, I'm not kind of wrong on that there, Savage, given the fact that GT7 is far and few in between of other GT games, and MLB is a yearly release and has been ever since the PS2 era. So again, when you look at Horizon, and then what do we have before that? Ghost of Tsushima, we had fucking Returnal, we've had fucking, Dakota Painted Dark Souls, but Demon Souls, sorry, my bad. The Last of Us, Spider-Man, Miles Morales. You see what I'm saying? Motherfucker. Goddamn, Savage. Like, goddamn. Do I have to continue on with that list? Do I really have to continue on with that list, bro? And again, these games are not bad. Far from fucking being bad. Miles Morales was the shit, bro. Last of Us 2 was really, really good. If you actually play the motherfucker, it's actually really good. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, dude. It's just that's what Sony is really, really good at doing. You know what I mean? Like really, really good at doing. Why should they stop doing that? That's fucking stupid. But in between those games, and they did this already. They're doing this now already with PS5, man. They gave us Returnal. I know a lot of people slept on that game, or I know a lot of people don't want that game, but fuck that noise. I want that game, dude. Like, that's the only game I give a shit about that's out right now on the PS5 right now. Is Returnal. That's it. Yeah. They gave us Kena. Kena was the shit. Those little rots, to this day, are still the cutest little fucking furry, little fat, chubby little bitches I've ever seen in my life. Like, real talk on that. Returnal looks fucking amazing. Demon Souls, obviously, I'll definitely play that for sure. Who the fuck am I kidding? Because I love fucking Souls games, but I mean, after Elden Ring, I'm kind of burnt out on Souls games for a little while. Yeah, The Last Guardian, Concrete Genie, Dreams, Gravity Rush. Yeah, but all those games came out fucking years apart from each other, man. Look how long it took The Last Guardian to come out, Savage. And look how good Gravity Rush did when the company's no longer around. Concrete Genie, fucking stellar game. Dreams, I still don't know how the fuck Media Molecule actually came up with an engine like that to be able to create games like that. It's just incredible. Incredible. And very underrated as far as I'm concerned. Very, very overlooked by everybody, including awards and all that shit like that. But fucking, in between those games, like, what else do you have, Savage? You remember, this is not the PS3 era anymore, dude, where fucking PlayStation was taking a lot more risks and shit, coming up with very interesting, unique IPs. Now, like, I don't want to say they're playing it safe because they're not. They are releasing unique stuff, but man, it's just fucking very far and few in between each other, man. Like, this year, fucking, I'm telling you, man, not E3, because E3 doesn't exist. However, though, it's in the same month as E3, so it kind of still lingers. Anyways, that Xbox event that's going to be happening there next month on the 12th, man, I am fucking pumped for that shit. Because you know why? I fucking can't wait to see Avowed, man. I am jonesing for another epic fucking scale RPG from Obsidian, dude. And Avowed is going to tickle my pickle like a motherfucker, bruh. And I cannot wait for that bitch to drop. And I guarantee you that game's going to be coming out either the first quarter or second quarter of next year. Dude, PS3 had fucking awesome games on there, bruh. Like, how many people in the chat played Folklore on PS3? I'll wait for the time for the stream to catch up to that. It lingers between the fingers. Oh, my lord. You got a weird personality there, Beeves, man. But that's what I like about having you in my chat, sir. You've never heard of it, Silver? Oh, well, to be fair, I mean, I've known you for a long time, so I'm not surprised by that. And I don't mean that in a negative way either, dude. Just because when I first met you and shit, dude, man, like, you weren't, like... There was only a few titles that you played, Last of Us and Unfarted and all that shit. Yeah, you'll have to, it was a launch title or a launch window title for fucking the PS fucking 3, dude. It was definitely a very unique, interesting RPG. But again, it's role-playing RPG. I don't know if you're into that style of shit or not, but yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, Silver, I've been meaning to ask you, man. I don't know if you've been watching the Halo show or not. Like, I don't recall if you told me that you were or not. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure you did tell me that you were watching it, but again, I could be thinking of somebody else that I was speaking to. Go look at my trophies. That's not true at all. Yeah, there's that line I was waiting for. Man, go see my trophies, bitch. I got my creds. Nah, I'm just messing with you, Silver. Oh, you never seen the Halo show? Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. Yeah, I guess I was talking to somebody else, I guess. I don't know, man. I'm really fucking digging that show, bro. Like, I really like the Silver Timeline concept, man. Keeps the show from being a fucking bore fest for me, man. Now, to the vast majority of people, that's the opposite, but I don't know. I guess I'm more of a person that prefers video games to be done from a different timeline when you make movies or games, because if you make it in from a game to a game movie that represents the game itself, your movie tends to suck. I mean, we've seen that time and time again with the vast majority of fucking films that do try to stay close to the source. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a lost no matter what direction they go. They're fucked either way. Oh, I am? Well, you are? Okay, my bad, Silver, my bad. So you are watching it. Okay, okay. Yeah, have you seen all 7 episodes that are out so far? Because I know episode 7 came out yesterday, which I completely forgot about, and I watched it this morning. Because we only got 2 more episodes left in this season, man. I doubt that there, Raccoon. I don't know. Oh, no, I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. Yeah, it's not a bad show, but it's also not an amazing show either, for sure, for sure. They could have done a hell of a lot worse for a video game adaptation of fucking Halo, bro. For sure, for sure. All right, episode 6, nice. The Halo lore is so good. I fucking know. It was let down. Yeah, but I mean, to be fair though, man, like, I'm kind of glad that they went away from that fucking lore bit. You know what I mean? Like, they could have easily took that route, but man, that would have been a hell of a long fucking show, bro. Let alone it. What if like the viewership just wasn't there? You know how much money that would waste? They took a gamble with this fucking show, dude, and it paid off for them. Wasn't sure how I would say this. I kept on rewriting. My point being, yes, Sony funds and does more unique titles than that Microsoft. Yeah, they don't do strategy games, but Sony does more. Do they? Do they really though? I mean, even if you break down the games that fucking like Returnal and whatever you want to call it, dude, they're still over the shoulder fucking games, bro, with like a narrative stuck behind it. And just one happens to be a roguelite, and the other one just happens to be, well, according to people who didn't want to play it, Souls like. I didn't know you read the Halo books there, Silver. Shit. Look at you, man. Fucking learning something new with you every fucking day, bruh. Good for you, man. Now, why? You're like, I don't read the books. Oh, well, fuck you then. Never mind. Oh, man. Uh, man, today's going to be a long fucking day, bro. Fuck yeah, Beavis. I do not. LOL. Good friend tells me about it. Oh no, that's silver. Hey, hey, I ain't gonna lie, dude. The dude that I play fucking Infinite with, bro, like he literally broke down fucking every fucking thing about Halo to me, bro. From the books to the games, even to the point where after I beat Infinite, I went back to the Master Queef collection, dude. It went through Halo 2 and shit, bro. That game was incredible, by the way. But playing with the fucking, going from Infinite's gameplay to Halo 2's gameplay, dude, was, whew, that was rough to get used to that fucking factor again, dude. Like, you play Halo Infinite and then you go back to Halo 3, bro, it feels so fucking stiff. Going freaky with the bread. What the fuck, dude? What kind of fantasies do you have, Beavis? Just out of curiosity. Like, man, you're probably like that dude that just sits there in classrooms, bro, when you were a kid and be like, huh, the teacher's telling us a story about three little pigs, but in my mind, I'm thinking about three little pigs that are dressed up like little fucking sluts with big boobs. Ruin a goddamn perfectly good childhood fucking storyline, bro. The three big titty pigs and the big bad fucking dick. There you go. There's your porn, Beavis. Sony does do more. This culture narrative is becoming, is because come from that Sony's big third person fucking games get the attention. They do, and again, don't misconstrue what I'm saying, Savage Man. I'm not saying that they're a bad thing. I'm just saying that when it comes to covering more genres, Microsoft has that currently in their favor from a first party standpoint. You see, you took it too far. Did I? Or were you actually thinking that too as well, but you just don't want to fucking openly admit to it, Beavis? Come on, don't bullshit me. Of course he is. That's what he's thinking about right now. He's visualizing the three pigs living in a home, fucking with big ass breastises, man. That's what he's doing. And he's pretending to be the big fucking badass wolf. Ah, Beavis. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Xbox wins diversity in games now due to buying all the studios. That's fucking for sure. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. And again, that's not a cheap shot at Sony. Microsoft still has a long way to go, and I mean a long way to go, to even touch the quality consistency that Sony has. Sony has built up these studios for decades. Microsoft, they just bought these studios like over the last fucking 3.5 years. So yeah, they have a long way to go. A long way to go. Man, I'd rather have 7 dwarves, my guy. Oh, Jesus Christ. Now you're going Lord of the Rings style, bro. The one dick that rules the dwarfs. There you go, Beavis. That's your storyline. That motherfucker would be fucking like that king dwarf sitting in his chair, dude. With specially made custom fucking pants for his design. Poor Beavis. Let's see. Let me go ahead and check out some news stuff and see if anything fucking popped out for today before I get off of here. Microsoft reportedly wanting to bring ads to free-to-play games. Oh my god, it's the end of the world. I wish I could fucking hold on. Let me see if I can translate this real quick. Translate the tweet, please. $4.6 million views, man, so far when it comes to the Halo show. Jesus, not bad. Not bad at all, sir. Good for Halo, man. Your Dwarfs and your Johnson. That's right, Beavis. Okay, PlayStation fanboys go nuts as I cover PC and PS5 for fucking Chernobyl Light. How dare he? Xbox fanboys likewise, since I cover PC and PS5 for Chernobyl Light, it's a conspiracy. Surely people know I am a PC person at Digital Foundry and a human with limited time. Well, yeah, no, I definitely agree with you on that. Hold on. Let's see here. Oh, my Lord. Huh. So I'm curious, Fatal. Does Forza Motorsports and Forza Horizon qualify as two different genres, but Returnal and Horizon Forbidden West are the same? Well, I mean, is it Horizon Forbidden West a third-person shooter? Well, third-person adventure? Isn't Returnal the same thing? It's like how Forza Motorsports and Forza Horizon are both car racing games? No, that's not what I mean. I mean, one's a simulator, Fatal. That's different to an arcade game, bro. But they both play out the same, do they not? Because you just said Returnal is like other shooters, fucking an over-the-shoulder game. Well, yeah, I mean, fucking, you can't play the game in first person, can you? Unless you're confused by the way I worded what I said, and if that be the case, then I apologize, but what I'm telling you is, and I'll keep this very, very brief and keep this very, very simple for you, Savage. What I'm saying to you is even though Horizon and fucking Returnal are in different genres per se, yeah, they are. They're both a third-person adventure game, though, at the end of the day, regardless. One's a roguelike and one's an actual regular adventure game. But they still qualify as both fucking action adventures. The roguelike part is just a subgenre to what the game is. Does Returnal not have a storyline? Just out of curiosity, does Returnal not have a storyline? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't have a storyline. Who knows? But it is what it is. All right, guys. I'm going to hop off out of here for a bit, man. Don't want to make this stream too long. I might do another one there later on today, man, if I feel up to it, man. But we'll see how I feel. I want to thank y'all for coming out and chilling and stuff like that, dude. I greatly appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys here on the next one, man. I'm out, motherfucker.